Okay, let's begin 3D of exam 1. We want to find the limit of this. It's a right-hand limit, so we're x is approaching 7 from the right, of 7 over 7 minus x. Now, your first thing should always be to just plug in 7 to see what you get. Notice that we are not defined at 7, because we'll divide by 0, which is fine, because if we're going to make the top 0, it means we can do stuff, factor the top and bottom. We can do a conjugate. We had ways of working with 0 over 0. But notice that if you were to plug in 7, you're going to get 7 over 7 minus 7, which is 7 over 0. Now that doesn't fit into one of our rules, right? If we had 0 over 0, it meant we could do stuff. But something other than 0, say 7 over 0, 7 over 0 is bad. Okay, so what we're going to do, well, if you divide by 0, and the top is not 0, what that means is it's going to be one of the infinities. It could be positive infinity or it could be negative infinity. Sorry about that. We just have to figure out which. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm going to get out my calculator so you can see what I mean. Give me one moment. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's graph 7 over 7 minus x. And let's go ahead and graph. Okay, so see what happens when x is approaching 7. From the left, it goes up to positive infinity, and from the right, it goes down to negative infinity. So how do we figure out which one it is? Well, if you have a graphing calculator, we can see that it's going to go to negative infinity. Okay. But without a graphing calculator, how would I know? So again, if you get 7 over 0, it's one of the infinities. To figure out which infinity, all you got to do is plug in a number, because all I need to know is what sign. Is it positive infinity or negative infinity? Alright, so a number bigger than 7 to the right of 7. So you can do like 7.01. So on your calculator, if you go and do 7 divided by 7 minus 7 point, do like 001, that'll work. We are going to get a very large negative number. So that made sense and that fit with the graph. If you're approaching 7 from the left, or I'm sorry, from the right, we're going to go down to negative infinity. Okay, so our answer is negative infinity.